Hey there, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our climb through the Master Ball tier using a team that we built from scratch. First of all, happy Tuesday, folks. One more day before the DLC comes out, and I am excited. You guys have no idea. I am going to try to resist the urge to playing, but I will be here to record, so I might know what the DLC does tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see what happens when I get off of work and I don't really feel patient enough to wait, but we'll see. So we made a couple changes to the team. Yesterday's battles was, I wouldn't say like a wake-up call, but my strategy definitely fell through. So the basic strategy that I had was so that Chien-Pao was faster than Fluttermane. That hasn't changed. As you can see, Fluttermane is still set to Modest, Chien-Pao is still set to Jolly. We want to do as much damage as possible. I did change moves on most of my Pokemon, right? So I have Spirit Break and Thunder Wave on Grimmsnarl. I have Earth Power on Torkoal. I now have Sucker Punch instead of Ice Shard, and I kept Ruination because I still wanted to use the strat from using Fluttermane. But I also gave Fluttermane Moonblast instead of Mythical Fire, because I'm not having much good luck with that. Serena hasn't had any changes yet, but we may. And I put Scary Face on Tornadus. After watching, or in fact listening to the Pittsburgh regionals, I have noticed that a lot of Pokemon are changing quite a bit. A lot of people are using Urshifu. Some use goggles for Urshifu, and so it's like, okay, I kind of want to see where everyone's going with on this end. Some use Landorus with the scarf. I currently have mine with the assault vest, and I'm going to be building a team around that in a little bit. So I think I would like to see how that team goes tomorrow when I finish it tonight. But in today's video, we'll go back with our original team. But I can tell you that I'm already thinking about changing Chien-Pao and Fluttermane for something that's completely different. Also, the fact that I just want to see how it is tomorrow. Tornadus, besides having Scary Face, is on the verge of having his Terra changed to Dark. That way I don't have to worry about anyone hitting me with Prankster moves. Anyone that's Dark doesn't get hit by Prankster. So that's cool. So there's that, and I think that's all that I'm willing to change for now. If things go out well, then we will make more changes after that, but that's what that is. I haven't changed any IVs or EVs. Hopefully when the DLC drops tomorrow, we can have an easier time changing EVs. I'm running out of berries for switching out the Pokemon so often, so we're hoping. The only option I have is to literally catch multiple copies of the Pokemon and then just hoping for the best. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into our matches for the day, shall we? All right, our first match is ready to go. We've got Heatran, Urshifu, Hisuian Goodra, Rillaboom, Galarian Moltres, and Landorus. Okay, so it's a good thing that we brought in, Earth Power, and I changed Air Slash to Bleak Wind Storm. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but I did go back to Bleak Wind. I do like having spread moves and physical moves, especially if that move seemed to miss quite a bit. And I'm like, why? So we're going to move in with, they're probably going to open up with Rillaboom or Landorus. And if it's going to be Landorus, I want to go like, they don't have anyone for Trick Room. Fortunately, I don't have anyone with fake tears either. That would be really, really helpful. So I have someone with fake tears and then have someone come up with just like hitting, just applying pressure immediately. We're gonna go with Tornadus and Chien-Pao to start. We'll go in with Fluttermane and Torkoal after that. Chien-Pao's items are probably gonna change with the drastic changes I have for him and Fluttermane, just because of the fact that I just want to see how it would do if I did it this way. And I think that's what I'll do for the series, is like once I build a team, I will kind of leave their EVs alone. So they open up with Landorus and Goodra. I'll leave their EVs alone, but I will change the items out to see if I can make any like drastic changes. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and taunt the Goodra, and we're gonna protect. I mean, I'm gonna Ice Spinner. Oh, Terra's bad. My Terra's bad. I'm gonna Ice Spinner the Landorus. It might come out with Rock Slide, but we'll see. Taunt the Goodra. So now no shelters can come out. Ice Spinner goes right into that Landorus slot. It is -1. So it's oh, it still gets the 1-hit KO. It is ×4 weak against ice. And yep, that was shelter. No shelter for you, my friend. No shelters for you. Okay, here comes Heat Ram. Okay. Gonna Bleak Wind. Oh, I mean, is that gonna be enough? I think Qian Pao needs to get out. Absolutely. Well, I could change the typing now. Bleak Wind. Change the typing. And we'll Ruination the Heat Ram. We're going to change the typing for Qian Pao. We'll use Ruination on the Heat Ram, which is going to drop its HP by half. We're also going to prevent Body Press to do a lot of damage to Qian Pao, so no more 1-hit KOs. Ruination, we're going to drop its HP by half. Bleak Wind, it's going to do a little bit more damage. So now if it's leftovers, it's not going to do a whole lot, and we're going to drop the speed. So Heavy Slam does very little to Qian Pao. Heat Wave will also do very little to Qian Pao. Oh, actually, never mind, I lied. That did a lot of damage. And he lost some HP due to Life Orb. And Goodra has the leftovers. Gotcha. Now we'll bring out Torkoal. Bring out the Drought. Scary Face on the Heat Ram. And we'll Earth Power the Heat Ram. So what you gonna do now? You can protect. He's not. Scary Face. Drop his speed 2 stages. So he's already got -3 now. Heavy Slam. Hits Tornadus for a lot. Earth Power on. Ooh. I thought I was faster. Even with the -3 speed, he still outspeeds Torkoal. That's weird. I'm gonna have to look for the calc for that. -3 and he still outsped Torkoal. That's amazing. All right. Now we'll bring out the Flutter Mane. Cool thing is I got everything set up for photosynthesis, so now this should hurt quite a bit. Problem is it? Goodra's no longer taunted. So I think that's gonna be the next thing I do is taunt the Goodra. I mean, Shadow Ball isn't that bad of a choice, right? Yeah, I'll hit the Heat Ram. They're gonna tear now. Oh, just barely. So at -3 speed, depending on what it is, it's 38. Torkoal's 23. Just barely. All right, Goodra, Terra to Flying. That seems like the good choice for Pokemon now. If they're not Terra Water, it's Terra Flying. Well, Terra Flying, Terra Steel, Terra Water, Terra Fairy. Those seem to be the ones. But now Tornadus is not going to do a whole lot of damage. So we are basically out of here. 1v3, it's not a good matchup. But at least the concept is there, right? Maybe Heatran wasn't the best one to use it on, especially for Torkoal, but it was an option. All right, next matchup, we've got pretty much an ice team. I like it. We've got Glastrier, Frostmoth, Glaceon. I think that's Uxie. That might be wrong. Might be Mesprit. I'm not sure. It's one of the pond Pokemon or the lake Pokemon. Bombasnow and Citan, the slush mush Pokemon. We're gonna have to deal with some type of weather war, and I think we're gonna have to maybe deal with Trick Room as well, which I think that's why that Pokemon is there. If that's what we're gonna have to deal with, then they're gonna have to deal with a lot on my end, which is going to be Torkoal, Fluttermane. We'll get those two started off first. We'll bring in Grimmsnarl for the aftermath, and I kind of want to bring in Serena, but Serena's probably going to be a terrible choice in this fight. But she does have Terra Steel, and she does have, I mean, I don't have Fire. I do have Fighting Move, though. I don't see anyone with priority on that team, though. Sure, why not? We'll bring in Serena. It's probably a terrible choice. I should most likely bring in Qian Pao, because he's gonna get a boost, but if I'm playing the weather war, they're not gonna be able to take advantage of that anyway. I didn't want to bring in Tornadus at all, but just because the fact of it's not gonna matter. Although if I did teach him Sunny Day, it would really be good. It's a Mesprit, shiny Pokemon, so Mesprit and Citan. Drop comes out. It's probably a good call, just in case if it was like a weather, if they do have a Bombasnow in the back, they can now swap it out to something else. But I'm gonna go off with Eruption and Shadow Ball right off the bat with the Mesprit. Swap it out. Here comes a Bombasnow, which is gonna give. It's also a shiny. Here, yep, Snow Warning. It's gonna give Slush Rush a good first money. Here comes the Terra. To that Pokemon, the Terra Ground. Okay. Okay. Here comes the Earthquakes, I guess. Yep. Knocks out the Fluttermane for sure. Doesn't necessarily knock out the Torkoal, but the Eruption isn't going to do as much damage as it could. Does not knock out the Abomasnow though. Alright, so we'll bring in Grimmsnarl. Tag out Torkoal. And we will do Thunder. Well, Thunder Wave doesn't do anything to him anymore. He's ground. We'll do Reflect. Because with Slush Rush, I have to worry about. They're doing the same thing that I'm thinking of doing. And I believe they have Levitate, so they're not going to get hit with anything. That is Life Orb, so it's not like it's gonna. Here comes the Earthquake. Levitate doesn't hit the Mesprit. Grimmsnarl barely hangs on with a crit. Serena holds on pretty well as well. Let's go ahead and do Power Whip there. I'm going to Thunder Wave. there. Thunderwave missed. Ice Spinner goes right into Serena. A little bit of damage. And Blizzard. And that was my fault for not bringing in Tornadus. I thought I had a good strategy until they literally did the snow team. They're gonna swap it out. There's no way that I can really stop it. So we are, unfortunately, we're done here. It's 1v4. I didn't knock out any of their Pokemon, and Torkoal's too slow. And they're gonna outspeed me because he will. Absolutely, he will. All right, next match is up. We've got Articuno, Rillaboom, Heatran, Sylveon, Grimmsnarl, and Tornadus. So I do have two people that could have Tailwind, and we might need to bring in our own Tornadus for this, but that is two options that we have. Heatran, Sylveon. I don't have anyone with poison really, so that's going to be very, very interesting to come across. Fluttermane can knock out Grimmsnarl pretty easily. Can also take out Tornadus as well. We'll bring in Tornadus, Fluttermane, Chien-Pao. Two possible fake out users with Rillaboom and Grimmsnarl. I don't think that's going to be the case though. I don't think so, and I'm going to probably try to waste one. I'll bring in Torkoal. I'll leave Grimmsnarl alone for now, but I'm definitely going to bring in Torkoal so I can maybe get a chance to beat okay. We've got Sylveon and Tornadus on their side versus my Tornadus and Fluttermane. Okay. So I'm max speed. I could taunt their Tornadus and try to prevent them getting a speed boost, or I can go for the speed boost and not worry about it. I think I'm going to go for the speed boost. Or I'm sorry, I'm going to stop them from getting the speed boost. And then I'm going to Thunderbolt Tornadus as well. Taunt. Do you have Herb? You have Herb. Okay. It's gonna get the Tailwind off. Oh, it's gonna taunt me instead. All right. Thunderbolt. Knock him out. Leaving the Sylveon by himself. Hyper Voice. Does a lot of damage. Here comes Throat Spray. No Throat Spray. That's just basic Sylveon Pixelate. Wow. Articuno's out next. It's another Tailwind user. Bleak Wind, and I will continue Thunderbolting the Articuno. Here you go. And zappity zap zap. 2/3. Should say 3/4. And Articuno goes down. So Sylveon dodged Bleak Wind Storm, which is great, but here comes the Hyper Voice. It's probably Spect, since it hasn't really done anything else. So Spect Hyper Voice is really, really dangerous. It's like, I would know. I do have something along those lines myself. I'm really thinking about doing Choice Band for Chien-Pao and like maybe locking into like Sucker Punch. Ooh, Heatran. That's dope. We're gonna lower down the defenses, bring out the Drought, and I'm gonna change the Terra for Chien-Pao. And then I'm gonna hit Ruination on the Heatran, and I'm gonna Burst Power it. I don't think they use the Terra yet, but I'm definitely using mine just because of the fact that I do not want to get one-shotted by either one of these Pokemon. My Dark typing is terrible for Sylveon. It's also terrible for, or my Ice typing is terrible for Heatran. They're also going to Terra. Here we go. It's the Sylveon. And you make it fire. It's good because you want to prevent the eruption bursts. Look at the damage from there. Ruination misses. Come on, Ruination. Oh, Earth Power. On the Torkoal first. Hyper Port. Oh, well. Still down to 1 HP. Are you kidding me? Oh. How much would Sucker Punch would have done? I just want to see. I just want to see. Like, they got this. Like, I had every ounce of confidence, and then Heatran comes out. I shouldn't say I keep forgetting. It's like, I know Heatran outspeeds Torkoal. I know that. I don't... Oh, Heatran's gonna protect. Okay, well, Sucker Punch ain't gonna do nothing. Sucker Punch ain't gonna do nothing. Like, it's gonna make any difference. Half a voice. That's Spec Sylveon, though. That's Spec Sylveon, though. I can't. Ugh. All right. So we might have to make a more drastic change than I thought. All right, next match is up. We've got Tornadus, Gyarados, wow, Heatran, Tickaton, Rillaboom, and Glamora. I know what happened. I couldn't really do anything with Tailwind last time because I was worried about getting taunted. But it's not like I'm going to be able to do anything because that Tornadus is on the team and will most likely use Tailwind themselves. So I'm like, budge. What do I do? 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 I no longer have Ice Shard, so that's not going to make it a whole lot of difference. Tornadus, because I'm going to have to deal with their shenanigans over there. It'd be really helpful if I had Fake Out. I think that's the next thing I'm going to try is to bring in Fake Out. Bring in Chien-Pao, Fluttermane, and we'll bring in Grimmsnarl. They don't have anyone with priority that much. I mean, Rillaboom does have Fake Out, Tickaton does have Fake Out, but is that going to be enough to where I would need to bring in Serena? I don't think so. She does have moves that do go against them pretty well, but again, I don't think so. We shall see. Tickaton and Tornadus. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with Tailwind, and I'm going to protect here because Tickaton's probably either going to do a Fake Out or Gigaton Hammer, and I'd rather not get stuck with that right away. I'm also not protecting as much, so that's probably a big reason too. I should be protecting a lot more if I can. Fake Out goes into the Chien-Pao, so we did predict that. Tailwind on my side. Swagger goes into the Tickaton. Raises attack 2 stages. Cannot be confused due to own tempo. That's dope. But that's really, really scary. Taunt the Tornadus now. And I'm gonna... Wow, I can't do anything. I got Ruination to take a ton. I'm gonna get hit really, really hard, so I'm gonna Terra, Ruination, take a ton. That swagger to that Pokemon is definitely something that I have to be content with. So the steel type isn't going to hit me for very much. She could also use knockoff. But I'm going to be faster than her now. She's going to Terra, or they're going to Terra. And it's the Tornadus to steel. Why? Taunt. No herb. Ruination. Drops Ticketon's health by half. Bleak Wind. Does a little bit of damage. It's about half. Gigaton Hammer. Hits Chien-Pao for the rest. Here comes Fluttermane. Scary Face to the Tornadus. Actually, no. I'm gonna just attack. No, if never mind. I am gonna do Scary Face. Doesn't do anything. Shadow Ball instead. Scary Face. Drop his speed 2 stages, which is going to be massive. Shadow Ball will now go into Ticketon. It barely holds on. Are you kidding me? It's not even that. What? How does it barely hold on? That's so odd. Oh, it does have 105 special defense. That would make sense. So what am I doing wrong then? Why is this the way that it is? Here, be paralyzed for a minute. I have not passed this team. Like, I haven't seen the rest of the Pokemon in the back. I'm a little flustered by that. It seems really, really high. He's not spec'd. And it's not like he's... Thunder Waves! There's something off. And I believe it's my team. There's something off. Okay. Something's way off. I can already tell. It's like the meta has shifted to where it's like, okay, if I don't use Heatran, I'm not doing as well. And that might be the case. All right. Ooh, interesting. All right. So we've got Iron Hands, Iron Moth, Kilowatt Roll, Garchomp, wow, Grimmsnarl, and Pelipper. So interesting setup here. What do we do with this particular thing though? 1, 2, 3 attackers, 3 special attackers, so it's an easy mixed sweeper team. Kilowatt Roll has the same ability as a Bramblegast, but it also has the ability of using Tailwind. But there's several users that also do have access to Tailwind, so we're going to try to plan on top of that. Now, as you can see, a lot of my, well, I shouldn't say a lot, but I am also a mixed attacker as well, so I do have 3 special attackers and 3 physical attackers. In this regard though, we need, I mean, I would greatly have Garchomp in this team. That'd be fantastic, but I don't, so I don't get to use that. I really think we'll go up with Fluttermane, Dragapult, and then we'll have Gyarados so that we can do the switch in. Because there's a possibility that they're going to use all 3 physical attackers Iron Hands especially, so that he can do like a fake out, and we can also see fake outs coming from Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl and Garchomp. So we kind of saw that coming, kind of being the key word. I'm going to be the fastest thing on the field, so we're going to swap out Tornadus for Gyarados. And I'm going to hit off with the Dazzling Gleam. Now that Garchomp could be like Terra Steel. I've ran it. I've also ran Terra Fairy, so it could be one of those things. But we're going to bring in Gyarados to do the Intimidate, drop their attacks by 1 stage. They're going to Terra right off the bat. It's going to be Garchomp, I am assuming. Yep. And it's going to be Water. It's funny, you can actually catch a Water Garchomp in the overworld in Scarlet and Violet. You just got to find him. Light String comes up by the Grimmsnarl. Dazzling Gleam does a lot to one-shot that Grimmsnarl. Keep him up with specs so that we don't worry about that. Iron Head goes right into the Flutter Mane, knocking him out right away. And now we will go ahead and bring out Tornadus. And they sent out Pelipper. Okay, Gyarados is going to Thunder Wave the Garchomp. I'm going to Tailwind. Because Bleak Wind and Storm's now 100%, which is great. But I need to be able to outspeed the Garchomp. So I'm hoping that Tailwind will go off on my side, Gyarados gets to move, and then Pelipper gets to move after that. Which that seems to be the case. Thunder Wave goes over the Garchomp, making it incredibly slow. Paralyzed, may not be able to move. Icy Wind, it's going to do the little bit of the speed drop, but that's okay. It's going to drop it for Gyarados. It's not going to really matter too much. Okay, Gyarados is now going to go ahead and do... Oh, it could... Let's Thunder Wave the Pelipper, and we'll do Scary Faces. Scary Faces. Withdraw the Garchomp. It's a good call. It's a very good call. Kilowattrel. Bleak Wind. That's a little bit of damage. Wind Power. Thunder Wave. We're gonna paralyze the Pelipper. Now, Kilowattrel's not gonna get paralyzed because it is an electric type. Tornadus goes down, which is totally fine. So now we bring in our tried and true boy, Dragapult. Tailwind is still up in the air here, but we're going to Waterfall the Kilowattrel. I'm going to Terra Dragon, Dragon Darts. And I'm going to hit the Pelipper. Well, it's going to hit both. So I'm going to hit the Pelipper. I want to see what a Terra boosted Dragon Darts does, because otherwise I would like do Phantom Force. But he's got nothing that is going to hit me super effective on my side of the field, and it would be really, really hard for him to outspeed Dragapult, who is probably the fastest Pokemon in the game. Dragon Darts right into that Pelipper and knocks him right out of here. Here comes the second. Yeah, it's a 2-hit attack. Oh, right to the Kilowattrel. Does not get the KO. Uses the Thunder on the Gyarados. Will get the KO, though. Whew. That's a strong Dragapult there. Wowie. Bring out the Garchomp here. And we'll just go with the Dragon Darts again. And I'll hit the Kilowattrel first. Dragon Darts. I fast boy. Boom. Down goes Kilowattrel. And boom. Oh, I do not knock out the Garchomp. It's really close though. Dragon Claw. Oh. Oh. Not bad. Not bad. So the Thunder Wave was proving useful. Too bad none of them got the proc, but it is what it is. You got Urshifu, Fluttermane, Dragonite, Golden Go, Iron Hands, and Charizard. Ooh, okay. Okay. So I don't know what kind of build they're going with Dragonite, but I do have 2 Ghost Pokemon, so I can be able to swap out really easily. Golden Go might be a problem. I mean, I have Torkoal, but I don't think he's... Well, Chien Pao could take him out too, so I got that going for me. Also, Phantom Force would also help because Golden Go is a Ghost type and a Ghost to protect, so there's that. I don't know. Charizard, huh? That's gonna be a very interesting Pokemon to battle against. All right, so I think I'm gonna go walk in with Gyarados, Dragapult, Tornadus. Would Tornadus be one? Yeah, it would have to be one. And Chien Pao. We'll walk in with those 4. Now I know Dragapult is using the band, but if we switched everything over to Chien Pao, obviously Dragapult would not be in the party. Because I won't. One, you can only have 1 item per Pokemon, and you can only have 1 Pokemon per item. So, Dragonite and Urshifu, let's go. Gyarados and Dragapult. Here goes the Intimidate, lowering down their attacks 1 stage. And this is a Rapid Strike Urshifu, by the way. We're going to get this party started by using Thunder Wave on the Dragonite. And I'm just going to go ahead with the Dragon Darts. Yes. Yes. Dragon Darts. And we'll hit the Urshifu first. With your Urshifu, that's a good call. Because if that's your main attacker, you don't really want him to get affected by a lot. Here comes Iron Hands, though. Terra, it's going to be to the Dragonoid. I don't know why I do that. Apologies. And it is the Terra normal set. Let's go. Extreme Speed. At -1 should not KO Gyarados. Does not. Dragon Darts. It's very little the Iron Hands. Very little the Dragonite, but I do have to pop the thing first. The multi-scale. So now Dragonite is paralyzed. You can't do stuff. Terra Steel? Terra Steel might be good. No, not Terra Steel. Iron Hands. Right. I didn't bring Fluttermane with me. Well, that's okay. Protect on Gyarados. And I'm going to Dragon Darts again on Dragonite this time. So fighting moves does not hurt against Extreme Speed. Go into the Gyarados. Fighting moves does not hurt Dragapult, and since Dragonite is literally stuck into Extreme Speed, he can't do anything else. I'm just going to do a little bit of chip damage. Ice Punch into the Dragapult from the Iron Hands does not get the KO though, but it does do a lot. Absolute ton. We'll go ahead and do the Waterfall into the Dragonite, and I will do Dragon Darts again into the Dragonite. Extreme Speed into the Gyarados. Still not enough damage. Procs is Citrus Berry though. Oh, I am healthy. Dragon Darts. does not get the KO for Dragonite, but I will this time because Gyarados will get the waterfall to knock him out. Ice Punch over to the Dragapult. And I will bring in Chien-Pao be useful here? Yeah, Chien-Pao. We'll bring out Chien-Pao. Like, I have to swap out Gyarados because otherwise bringing in a Gyarados to do Intimidates for one thing isn't going to be that great. But they'll bring in Fluttermane, though. So this is going to be a good counter. I'm going to use my Terra on Chien-Pao so that Iron Hands doesn't get that much HP off. Question is, should I taunt, not taunt, but Thunder Wave the Fluttermane or just go straight for the Iron Hands? I think I'm going to Waterfall the Iron Hands, Terra, Sucker Punch into Fluttermane. I think that's going to be the call. They've already Terra'd, they can't do anything else, so I'm able to do whatever I want. And I don't want to get Drain Punched into Oblivion. So I'm going to change it to Flying. Sucker Punch into the Fluttermane. It will connect. Does not do enough damage to KO, but it's really close. Dazzling Gleam gets them down to half. A Waterfall goes right into the Iron Hand slot. Does not get the KO. And Wild Charge into the Gyarados. Iron Hand's damaged by recoil. Does not knock itself out, really? Really? Really, game? Really? Okay. Scary Face, the Fluttermane. And I'm gonna Ice Spinner into the Fluttermane. I'm doubling into a slot. I really shouldn't do that. Fluttermane will protect. God dang it. Called it. I knew I shouldn't do that, but I did it anyway. Ugh. They still have an Urshifu in the back. Ice Spinner right into Iron Hands would have done so much, but it didn't. Here comes the Wild. Oh, Ice Punch. Into the Tornadoes. Why didn't you go into... I mean, I don't think you have to do anything now. Yeah, Sucker Punch into the Iron Hands. I didn't see it use Protect at all, so... Boop. That should have happened last turn, and I would have survived last turn with 2 Pokemon instead of just the 1. Dazzling Gleam. Boop. That was a misplay on my part. But still, we are getting results. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I still had like a healthy Urshifu in the back, and I wish I could have been able to swap out Gyarados more, but I didn't bring in the Pokemon that I should have brought. Not would have, because I brought the Pokemon I would have brought, but I should have brought. Dang it. Oh well. It's like if I'm going to open up with Dragapult, I open him up with Tornadoes. Use the U-turn, brings out Gyarados. Swap him out to bring out someone else. See, that's why you would want to have Landorus or Arcanine, just so that you can constantly have that switch in potential of Intimidates. Like, those are huge. All right, next match is up. We've got, Rillaboom, Iron Hands, Fluttermane, Gyarados, Garganacl, and Chi-Yu. I haven't seen Garganacl in forever. Love me some Garganacl. Still a really good Pokemon, by the way, guys. Should use him this season. It's definitely a game changer. Not a lot of people expect him to be out there. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to use Urshifu. Guess what? Urshifu is weak against Garganacl, and Garganacl changes his Terra to poison and doesn't get hit by anything that that Urshifu can do. It's so funny, especially if we give him the Rocket Helm and team him up with someone that can heal, like anyone really. Like Wu Chen knows Pollen Puff. That's dope. Heal Pulse. You can find a really fast Pokemon that do it. team him up with Cresselia, bro, watch two walls just sit there and like, oh, I don't want to do anything. It's such a cool feat. Tornadus, we're gonna have to deal with a lot of things here. Dragapult, Fluttermane, and Gyarados. We're leaving Chien-Pao and Torkoal in the back. Well, Torkoal's really meant to help with Trick Room, right? We don't really need him a lot of the time, and because we swapped out a move to give him Earth Power, so I think we took out Flamethrower for Earth Power. We made it so that it's a little bit more viable to hit Heatran with, but something I completely miscalculated. It's like I need someone to hit faster, like hit faster. Like I need someone faster to hit Heatran, because otherwise he's gonna outspeed everyone. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and scary face the Chi-Yu, I think. Yeah, I mean he's fast. U-turn can definitely hit the Rillaboom, but he lowers down special defenses. So do I really want to do that? It's a ghost type. Terra. Dragon Darts? Yeah, why not? We'll hit the Dragon Darts on Chi-Yu. Oh crap! Oh, why did I do that? I hit Chi-Yu, didn't I? I hit Chi-Yu. Please Terra. Please Terra. Please Terra. Chi-Yu Terra on the first turn. I am so stupid. I didn't think about it. It's like click and just go. Scary face on a dark Pokemon doesn't work. Why did I do that? Dragon Darts, here, have one. Ignore me. Ooh, almost a one-hit KO. Let's go. Ooh, about 50%. Heat Wave. We'll take out the Tornadus. That's unfortunate. Chris Body. Heat Wave was disabled. Everyone uses like Clear Body or something like that. I use Curse. There is no like huge difference between the two. Like one prevents stats being lowered and the other one is unfortunately the other one. The other one makes it so that they can't attack. So it's like having disabled. Wait. Oh, the recoil. I was like, wait, why are you healing up? Recoil, procs to Citrus Berry, Chi-Yu heals up a little bit, and so does Rillaboom. Alright, so now we'll bring in that and that. Go Gyarados. And here comes the Fluttermane. Drops the Intimidate on the two. Dazzling Gleam on the both. And I'm going to Thunder Wave the Rillaboom. Because I can't tear anymore, so it is what it is at this point. With your Chi-Yu, that's a good call. Chi-Yu is really, really weak. To bring out the Garganacl. Dazzling Gleam. Very little damage taken onto that Garganacl. Thunder Wave over to the Rillaboom, and let's see if you get hit with the Paralyze. Come on, first turn Paralyze, let's go. No, Wood Hammer. Ah. Down goes Flutter. Down goes the Fluttermane. Recoil and Rillaboom's just faints. Just okay. Now it is 1v3, so unfortunately, guys, we're out of this battle because there's no way. There is no one salt here is just it's gonna do it. Here comes the Iron Hands. Yep. We are out of here. It's a 1v3, so we're not going to worry about it. Battle's canceled. Let's go. Okay. Next match is up. We've got Fluttermane, Cresselia, Rillaboom, the Man of the Hour, Heatran, and Urshifu. Wow. Apologize again. Okay. So what do we do here? This is a very interesting build. So what do we do? So I don't want to get stuck with Dragapult using Dragon Darts in case Fluttermane comes out on the field. This is why like Terra Steel would be really beneficial for Dragapults. And also do, I mean, Gyarados would also get like a huge boost in that as well. Thing is that I don't really have a lot of Pokemon that's going to take advantage of the type advantage that they have, which is terrible. So they could go for the Trick Room setup. It would be really hard to pull off, but they could do it. And if they bring in Heatran though, if I bring in Torkoal, it's going to be just one terrible battle after another. Tornadus and Gyarados, Fluttermane, and we'll bring in Dragapults. We'll keep Chiampao and Torkoal in the back. I know it seems that I'm leaving Chiampao alone realistically, and I don't mean to. I really don't. But against this matchup, I don't think it's going to really do a whole lot. I mean, Chiampao is going to be able to deal with Rillaboom, but it will not be able to deal with Heatran, which is on the field right now. Okay. So 2 special attackers, and I brought in Gyarados. That's neat. Okay, so we got a booster energy, and it's speed for the Fluttermane there, which means it has access to protect and stuff. So I'm going to Tailwind first, and then I'm going to Thunder Wave the Heatran. Right, is that the move? Tailwind so I go faster. I'm gonna Thunder Wave the Fluttermane. Good call. Woo! I almost walked right into that one. Tailwind. I doubled the speed of my Mons, including the Gyarados. Dazzling Gleam goes off first. I didn't think he would beat Fluttermane, but Thunder Wave will now. So there's that. Now it doesn't matter what your speed is. You are paralyzed. Struck by you. Okay, we're gonna taunt the Fluttermane so it can't protect. Again, since we know the item that it used, it's gonna have 4 different moves, and protect is one of them. I'm also just gonna go ahead and Thunder Wave the Heatran. Taunt. So now you can't protect if you were going to. It would if it did. Thunder Wave over to the Heatran. We'll half the speed for these people. Oh, Fluttermane could not move because of Paralyze. And Heat Wave will knock out the Tornadus. And that is a Life Orb. That's a Life Orb variant. Okay, Shadow Ball, or I can go Dazzling Gleam. Let's go Shadow Ball. Wait, that's a question. Should I... Shadow Ball into the... No. Again, don't double into slots. If you double into slots and you end up missing, it's a useless turn. So go spread, do one or the other, just so that you're not going 2 into 1. Fluttermane goes down through a Shadow Ball, so there's that. Now we can either get the flinch or the paralyze, and I'm hoping for either or. Flinch couldn't move, let's go. And Shadow Ball will do a decent amount of damage to Heatran, regardless of the typing. Okay. Cresselia coming up next. Cresselia is a different problem altogether. Now I could taunt. Wait, if I'm going to do that, first of all, let's Shadow Ball the Heatran, and I'm going to taunt the Cresselia. That way we're not doubling into one slot. Now, if it does go into an ally switch, which is very much possible, I still hit Cresselia, but it's gonna Terra. It's gonna be Terra Steel, so I'm not gonna be taking, or it's not gonna take a lot of damage. I mean, it could from Shadow Ball, but it's definitely not gonna take full advantage of it. Shadow Ball goes right into the Heatran. Knocks it out. And here comes the taunt. Cresselia is officially shut down. Mental Herb? No herb. No Trick Room. And my Tailwind is gone, which I'm okay with. Glass Terrier comes out. Fluttermane will now do Shadow Ball and Glass Terrier. And I'm going to Thunder Wave. I'm gonna Thunder Wave the Cresselia. Shadow Ball. Right into that slot. It's gonna do a lot of damage. Oh, it's about half. Thunder Wave. To paralyze the Cresselia. It's taunted. It can't really do any setup moves right now. Icicle Crash goes right into the Fluttermane. Knocks it. Almost knocks it out. I was like, oh, it's gonna knock it out. Icy Wind. It's gonna drop the speed of both of my Pokemon. Ooh, leftovers. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Swap into the Dragapult because we're gonna get a knockout. And I'm going to Thunder Wave the Glass Terrier. Now, Glass Terrier, I believe, is physical, so I should be swapping out Gyarados to do this, but I'm gonna swap in the Dragapult. Oh, there we go. There's the Protect. Icy Wind. Thunder Wave will go into the protected slot. Yep, Icy Wind. Drops the speed on both. Rocks the Citrus Berry on the Gyarados. And the leftovers from Glass Terrier. Oh, okay. So that changes my plans up here a bit. We're gonna Phantom Force. Yeah, I'm gonna Phantom Force the Glass Terrier, and I'm gonna taunt the Cresselia. Icicle Crash. Does not KO the Gyarados. Gyarados flinch, it couldn't move. Icy Wind, so that all the Icy Winds are coming up. They're actually doing damage to now to my Gyarados. That's not good. That's not good at all. It's gonna get Trick Room off now. Protect. Oh no, actually, Trick Room would be the worst thing that they could do right now. Gyarados has had its speed drop 3 stages, if not 4, which means it's gonna be slower than their Pokemon. Really, really slow, actually. Protect. Phantom Force. Oh, really? It only does that much? Icicle Crash goes over to the Protect. Icy Wind. So yeah, they saved themselves. They absolutely saved themselves. And Dragapult dodges the attack. Phantom Force. Terra Steel. And I'm gonna taunt the Cresselia. Fluttermane's only got like 11 HP left, so I have to let this carry over as much as I possibly can. Hopefully I didn't hit Thunder Wave. Glacier is going to protect. Phantom Force. Icy Wind. Misses. Dragapult does a little damage to Gyarados. Nope, taunt. Okay, good. I'd feel really, really bad if I was able, or if I taunted the other Pokemon. We're gonna Thunder Wave, so just so we can control that speed tier as much as possible. Phantom Force almost knocks out the Glacier, does not though. Icicle Crash into that slot will knock out the Dragapult, but I'm okay with that. Curse Body allows Icicle Crash to not be used anymore. Now the reason why I'm okay with it is because here comes one Chilline. Ooh, that's a lot. Cresselia couldn't move because it's paralyzed. Here comes the Thunder Wave. We're just gonna say no to you for a minute. You're gonna heal up just a smidge of HP. Here comes the Flutter Mane though. I want to hit Shadow Ball, like I really do. Both of these are effective. It's not. Is it really going to be a difference? Let's do Dazzling Gleam. And we'll hit Cresselia. We'll do the best that we can. Glacier is going to protect, which is what I thought he would do. Dazzling Gleam does nothing to the Glacier. Will hit very little for the Cresselia. Cresselia is paralyzed and could not move. Waterfall next. Into that slot, does very little damage. Oh, I was hurt by the Rocky Helmet? Oh, that's good to know. Go with the Dazzling Gleam again. She got us. Couldn't move because it's paralyzed. Glacier. Whoa, that was a protect. Went for the double protect and did not work. This Terra Steel Cresselia is pretty much. Oh, the paralyzed. 3 turns in a row. What? Into that slot, gonna damage myself due to the Rocky Helmet. That's kind of dumb, if you ask me. Like, I get it's a physical move, but I'm literally casting a waterfall. It should be like a special move. But again, I guess I get it. Right? I get it. Are we gonna go for the 4th turn paralyzed? Dazzling Gleam. On a single slot. Ooh. Oh my god! For the 4th time! Dazzling Gleam! I got paralyzed. I should not have won that. I should not have won that. My god, the 4th paralyze. What odds were that? All right, next matchup. Oh, it's almost the exact same team here. That's dope. Fluttermane, Glacier, Cresselia, Rillaboom, Heatran, and Urshifu. Okay, I mean, we did a fairly good job before. I think it would be a good job to do it again. So should we do that? Just walk in with like the Tornadus, Gyarados, the Dragapult, and the Fluttermane. I mean, if they bring in the Rillaboom, which may be an option, Chimpao would be like a great asset to do with that. And then I wouldn't have to worry about taking so much ice damage because it's not going to affect me too much, but I would get hit a lot with like the Moonblast or Psychic. Well, not necessarily Psychic, but the Moonblast for sure. I think we'll walk in with a Dragapult and we'll bring in Chien-Pao this time. Like Fluttermane did a lot of help in the last match, so don't get me wrong. It was incredibly helpful, but because it is spec'd, I had to choose wisely what I wanted to do and had to swap out prematurely. Even though it was really weak in HP, I had to swap out prematurely so that I can then do the, like, bring in Dragapult, so that I had another Pokemon in the back that's one, incredibly fast, and then two, be able to handle everything that was happening in front. So it's kind of the inspiration for this. So Cresselia and Fluttermane versus Gyarados and Tornadus. So that's a booster energy Fluttermane. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and Scary Face. Well, I can taunt the Cresselia, and then I could Thunder Wave the Fluttermane. Or I can Scary Face the Fluttermane and taunt the Cresselia. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to Scary Face the Fluttermane, drop its speed really, really far. It's 2 stages. Charm. Huh. That's cool. Oh, attack harshly fell. That's dope. Taunt. Make sure Cresselia can't do anything. And Lunar Blessing. Oh man, that sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no. Now what do I want to do? Probably Scary Face it again. Tailwind. And we're gonna Thunder Wave the Fluttermane. Thunder Wave. Paralyzed. Icy Wind. It's gonna lower down Gyarados, but it's not gonna do anything to Tornadus. Dazzling Gleam. Now we'll just hit these guys with Tailwinds. Or I'm sorry, Bleak Winds. And I'll go ahead and Thunder Wave the Cresselia too. Withdrew Fluttermane. The -2 speed is really, really harsh. Glass Terrier. Bleak Wind. Very little damage. Here comes the Thunder Wave. So it's taunted, can't do anything. Glass Terrier comes in. Here comes the Icy Wind. And they're gonna heal from leftovers. That's dope. Ah, they shook off the taunt. Okay. Tornadus, go ahead and taunt the Cresselia again. I'm going to swap you for Chien-Pao. Here comes Ally Switch. It's just, but I get priority, so that doesn't work. Iron Defense. Oh, I see what you're going with. No more Lunar Blessings. I don't know why you're trying to do that. No one... I mean, you could heal yourself, I guess. You do have Thunder Wave. We're also going to taunt you too. And I'm going to hit the Cresselia in the face because it can only attack. So unless it swaps right now, it's going to hurt really, really bad. Ooh, next turn. I just thought of something. Next turn, if nothing happens, right? If Tornadus still stays on the field, or heck, even if Tornadus gets knocked out right here, right? We bring out the next Pokemon. The next Pokemon is going to set up for like an infinitely slower move. They're going to Terra. It's going to be a Glacier to become water. That's cool. But Ruination now can come in, and it can come in very handy here. Sucker Punch, Cresselia, does not get the KO. Gets really close though. Ooh, Rocky Helmet. Ouch. Taunt. Over to the Glacier. No more iron defenses for you. Body Press. Owie. Good call on the Rocky Helmet, but now there goes my Ruination strat. Chilling Neigh gets at its attack point rose. And Icy Wind, probably, yep, there goes the Tornadus. Chilling Neigh gets another stage. Oof, quite nicely. Tailwind's gone. Gyarados. And we'll drop your thing one attack stage. Now, unfortunately, I can't change Dragapult's thing. So that's a problem. So I'm going to Phantom Force, and I'm going to Thunder Wave, Glacier to paralyze it. Phantom Force is going to prevent Dragapult from getting hit instantly here, so we're okay. Thunder Wave. Cresselia is still taunted and will be taunted for the remainder of this turn, but will wear off next turn. Glacier, oh, Cresselia is paralyzed, cannot do anything this turn. And so is Glacier. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Cresselia shakes off the taunt. I don't think it really matters this time, but I'm going to Terra Steel, and I'm going to taunt. No, I'm just going to attack straight up the Cresselia. Or, yeah. Withdrew Cresselia. That's cool. I'm going to attack into the Glacier. Ooh! Oh no, I made the wrong call. No! This is gonna suck. I thought they would just stick with that team, but it's good that they retreated. Maybe I should have doubled into that slot. Maybe I would have KO'd this Heatran. Oh, I totally would have. Too bad. Waterfall. Right into the Glacier. Does nothing. Icicle Crash. Dragapult will get the KO. That is a +1. Now +2. Oof. Yep, 1 on 3 guys, and that's an L. That's an L. It shook off the top. I don't care. Plus, oh, it's +1 attack. Wait. How did it get plus? Oh no, that was the iron, right? Iron. So what? Why is it only +1? Interesting. We'll see if we can play this out. We'll attack into the Heatran. Oh, Heatran's gonna protect. Never mind. Whoop. Whoop whoop whoop. Body press right into the Gyarados. Never mind. Body press does more damage the more defense that you have. Even 2 stages is a lot of damage. All right, first match is ready to go. We've got Slowking, that weird penguin Pokemon. I don't remember what his name is, but I can clearly see like it's an ice team here without it being an ice team. Well, Slowking does have Chilling Reception, which is probably what it's going to swap into to either bring out Glacier, Glaceon, or even Chien-Pao. And then we've got our old friend Garganacl. So that's really, really interesting. Because of snow, I no longer have anyone that's going to swap out from snow, but that's 100% okay. I think Great Tusk is going to be useful here. So I think we're going to open up with, let's see. I mean, Talonflame is also going to be incredibly helpful. Let's do it. Talonflame, Great Tusk. We'll open up with our own Chien-Pao and we'll bring in Gyarados because we're not going to be as affected to ice attacks. At least I'm hoping so. We'll see. Chien-Pao is definitely going to be useful here if they decide to go with Chilling Reception and set the weather to snow. So who's going to be our win condition? We got Garganacl and Glaceon, Great Tusk, and Talonflame. Okay, so we're first going to go ahead and get started. I mean, we should Brave Bird first. Not Brave Bird, Flare Blitz. Not very effective to that. That's not good. Yeah, we'll get started off with Tailwind first. Super effective, super effective, super effective, oh, a lot of stuff. Super effects at Garganacl, which I love to hear, so let's do it. We're Earthquake it up. They're gonna Terra, probably the Garganacl to remove the, yep, the weakness to Ghost. Okay. Are you expecting like a headlong rush or a close combat or something? Tailwind goes off from Talonflame. Earthquake comes off from the Great Tusk. Doesn't do a whole lot, but here comes the Icy Wind, which is going to lower down my Pokemon's speed by 1, and Great Tusk takes a lot of damage. Solid Cure goes on the Talonflame. One hit KO. Well, not a one hit KO, but it's a knockout. Yeah, we'll bring in Chien-Pao now. Terra, Sucker Punch into Garganacl. And I'll continue to Earthquake with Great Tusk. Let's see, what is your decision here? Withdrew Garganacl, so you called it. Brings out Glasteria. You might have called it since I did Terra my Pokemon. If you do Icy Wind, that's going to do a lot of damage to Chien-Pao. I don't think it'll knock out Great Tusk, but we'll see. Here comes the Earthquake. Doesn't affect Chien-Pao. Will knock out the Glaceon. Does a decent amount of damage to Glasteria, but not enough to knock it out. It'll heal up due to leftovers, though. Gonna send out Chien-Pao. This is a good question. What do I do here? Glasteria is probably going to protect. I'm going to swap out Great Tusk for my man Gyarados in the back. Those are both physically attacking Pokemon, so Intimidate should do a little bit more. Sucker Punch Glasteria does a little bit of damage, doesn't knock it out though. Sacred Sword Does nothing to the Gyarados. Icicle Crash on the Chien-Pao. Will survive due to the Sash. Oh, doesn't KO. That's even better. That's even better. I think that -1 is what saved me. Absolutely, I think that's what saved me. We'll protect on the Chien-Pao, and I'm gonna Thunder Wave the Chien-Pao. Withdrew the Chien-Pao. It's a good switch in Pokemon. Resending out Garganacl. Protect. Thunder Wave. Oh, it doesn't do anything because of Purifying Salt. Gotcha. Icicle Crash on the Gyarados. Doesn't get a KO, but we'll prop the berry. And it'll heal up a little bit because of the leftovers. Because Sucker Punch the Garganacl, Thunder Wave the Glasteria. Withdrew the Garganacl. I mean, it was a good call-in to like prevent people doing damage to your Pokemon with Thunder Wave, but it is what it is. That's gonna fail. Thunder Wave to the Glasteria. It's gonna work. Paralyzed. Let it click. Nope, Heavy Slam. Right over to the Chien-Pao. Knocks him out. Attack Rose one stage. It's paralyzed, but is it going to be any different? Lemon Glasteria is now, which I'm glad for. It's going to see a lot of play. Out comes Great Tusk. Click Rock Slide. I'm going to hit Waterfall on the Glasteria. I'm assuming that it's going to swap out again. Nope, it didn't. Rock Slide hits both Pokemon. Does not knock out the Glasteria or the Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao, its flinch couldn't move. Waterfall into the Glasteria. Knocks it out. The random flinch chance. Thank you. Great Tusk. Let's go. Garganacl comes out. Is it? Oh no, these are the last two Pokemon now. Thunder Wave the Chien-Pao. Rock Slide goes out first. Hits both Pokemon. Chien-Pao uses Sacred Sword on the Great Tusk. It will knock it out for sure. Thunder Wave now goes into that Chien-Pao. Misses. And here comes the Salt here from the Garganacl. One hit KO. I think it's like ×4 to that stuff. Still, not a bad way to go. We almost took it. If it was just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. All right, next match is up. We've got Corviknight, Hisuian Arcanine, Mamkey? Are these Pokemon legal? Wait, I'm in ranked. Are they legal? What? Nuh-uh. It can't be legal already. What? I mean, all right. I'm gonna have to play with it on the field, but I don't. It seems really, really odd. Okay. It seems really, really off to me. Okay. I'm sorry. Let's get into what I need to do here. I don't know what Mamkey is gonna do, or Moki, or whatever it's called, and I don't know what that last Pokemon is going to do either. I'm still going through the DLC, so I haven't really experienced them yet. Tornadus, Gyarados, Fluttermane, and we'll bring on our own Great Tusk. Again, I don't know what that monkey's gonna do. It's probably Psychic. I'm not 100% sure. I see why everyone's using Glasteria though. 130 defense, 110 special defense, 145 attack. That's base. Yeah, it's really, really good. Magic armor reflects intimidate from Gyarados. That's okay. We're gonna go ahead and taunt the Monkey Dory. And I'm gonna swap I think we'll swap the Fluttermane, maybe. See what this does. Taunt over to the Monkey Dory. I don't really know what he's gonna do. Sludge Wave. Does not hurt the Corviknight, but will hurt everything on my side of the field. Corviknight will do his Tailwind to boost the speed up on his side of the field. I will also do the same because why not? And I'm going to Shadow Ball the Monkey Dory. Let's see what happens when you come across a Spect Fluttermane with Shadow Ball. And I have 205 speed. Shadow Ball to the Monkey Dory. And you do not survive. Iron Head, straight to the Fluttermane's totally fine. No effect, no effect. Bring out Great Tusk. I can't bring out Gyarados right now. Chien-Pao comes out next. Sort of Ruin. Scary Face, and we're gonna lower down the speed for Chien-Pao. Terra Fire, Rock Slide. Because even at Tailwind, right, double speed, I'm gonna Scary Face them to lower down their speed 2 stages. That's half. That's huge. They're gonna Terra. Oh, they got the mask on too. Turn it to ice. Pure ice. Okay. Pure ice Chien-Pao. Ice Shard. Right over. Ooh. Did I not Scary Face? Rock Slide. Corviknight Flinch could not move. Did I not Scary Face? Are you saying he was still... It's really weird. They have Tailwind, I have Tailwind. Obviously he's going to be higher. Like, I can see that. Just for some reason, it's not clicking in my head. We're going to Waterfall the Corviknight, and we're just going to continue on with our Rock Slide shenanigans. I wasn't able to get Scary Face off because he was still faster than I was. Ice Shard. I think he's using my set. So, I think Chien-Pao is Terra Iced so that they can use Choice Band Ice Shard to do as much damage with the priority move as physically possible. In which, good on you, but it has a chance of not doing what you want it to do, and that is the reason why. It's partially the reason why I never used it. It was an idea that I had and I was going to use myself, but not for Ice Shard. It was going to be for Sucker Punch. But I can't always guarantee that the Pokemon's going to attack when I do that. But for the first 5 turns while Chien-Pao was alive, I was going to be really, really tough to beat. Okay, Arcanine's coming out next. It's the Hisuian Arcanine. We're going to get no Intimidate. Oh, no intimidate? Oh, we're fixing that right now. Oh, I can't. I have to use rock slide. That's right. Rock slide. Let's go. Oh, that's a lot of damage to the Arcanine. And I'm going to Thunder Wave it. Paralyze it. It's probably got Rock Head or Rock Smash. Brave Bird goes right over to the Gyarados slot. It does not knock it out, but it gets really, really close. Carbonite's hit with the recoil. Head Smash. It is the Rock Head set. And Great Tusk avoids the attack. Head Smash is such a good move, but the recoil is so freaking high. All right. Continue on our slot with Rock Slides, and now we will Waterfall. That Arcanine is paralyzed. Oh, but Extreme Speed will get the knockout, but is it going to be enough to survive the Rock Slide from Great Tusk over here? Nope. Double KO. Let's go. Hey, we got one. All right, next matchup. We've got, oh, that's another weird monkey thing. Okay, we got Landorus, Chimpao, Tornadus, that monkey thing, Golden Go, and Regieleki. A lot of good stuff here. Let's walk in with Talonflame, Great Tusk, Gyarados, and Fluttermane. We're gonna walk in with these so that we get a better positioning on our side. I'm gonna try to bring up all these monkeys. So I found Monkey Dory. I didn't think these guys were already allowed in the ranked ladder. That's so weird. Regieleki Tornadus versus Great Tusk and Talonflame. Okay, so we're gonna get started off by using Tailwind on the Talonflame, and let's do Headlong Rush on the Regieleki. No reason to do a spread move if I can avoid it. Regieleki's gonna protect. Good on you. Tailwind. I'll also do Tailwind. Headlong Rush into the protect. Flare Blitz into the Regieleki. Actually, Flare Blitz into Tornadus. And Headlong Rush back into the Regieleki slot. They're gonna Terra. And it's Regieleki. Ice. Yep. Ugh. Terra Blast. You still move first. Interesting. Anyway. Tornadus will get hit with the Flare Blitz a little bit from the Talonflame. Brock the Citrus Berry to heal it up a little bit. And Bleak Wind will hit Talonflame. Ooh, it'll barely survive with 8 HP left to go. Flare Blitz to Regieleki, Terra, Dazzling Gleam to both. I think we've lost this one. We both have Tailwind, Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam. I don't think it has Transistor. It could, Nope, never mind. That's a double KO. Transistor is good. I didn't realize it got nerfed. It's supposed to give a 1.5 times to electric attacks, but they nerfed it to 1.3. So even if you brought in the magnet, right, it's still not going to do as much damage. Like, you bring in the magnet, which does 1.2, and at the end of the calculation, it's okie dokie. That's cool. And Chi and Pow. At the end of the damage calc, that's when that would come to be. So flare. So okie dokie must be fighting type or something. Fighting, ground, grass. Because Brave Bird procs in. We'll see. Chi and Pow will protect. Dazzling Gleam from my Flutter Mane. It's Terra Fairy. It's going to hit a lot of Pokemon here. I do not know what it's going to do to Okie Dokie though, but whoop, about half. Brave Bird from the Talonflame is going to knock it right out. And Talonflame's going to go down from the recoil. They also changed how recoil works. I noticed during the Pittsburgh regional that a lot of Pokemon were getting knocked out due to recoil, and that recoil is huge. It seems to do a set amount of damage back to you for the amount of damage that you do to anyone else. So, yeah. So, Shampoo versus Flutter Mane. Okay, the battle's canceled. Never mind. That's so weird that those Pokemon are already allowed to be in. Is it grass? Fighting. Is it grass? He is not. But I found Ogerpon. That's the new Pokemon. He is fighting. So it looks like the new Pokemon are poison something. So I'll just go poison, scroll down. Ah. There they are. Okay. Where's the pause this for a second so I can read? Okay, Monkey Dory's effects. Toxic Chain. The power of the Pokemon's Toxic Chain may badly poison any target when it's hit with a move. And then Frisk reveals the item badly poisoned if it's hit with a move. Is that just any move or a physical move? We'll have to do testing on that. Okie Doggy has the same Toxic Chain, but also has Guard Dog. Boosts the Pokemon's attack stat if intimidated. Moves and items that would force Pokemon to switch out also fail to work. Oh, really? So no more switches with the eject pack or red card and stuff. That's interesting. That would also stop U-turn, wouldn't it? Like Volt Switch, U-turn and stuff. That's really cool. And the last Pokemon, Bezendipity, I think that's what it is. Has Technician. Any moves that are below 60 BP are boosted by 50%. That one I'm probably going to see a lot more. It is fairy and it's poison, so it's automatic. You know, it's decent typing. Doesn't have the best speed in the world. It's 99. It's really, really high special defense, but if you can get it to where a lot of its moves are below 50, it's going to do double. So we'll see. We'll still see. All right, next match up, we've got Flutter Mane, Donzo, Tornadus, Tatsugiri, Glamora, and Skeledirge. All right. So what do we do with this matchup here? Well, we do have a couple of options that we could use against them. And I have the Punching Glove for Talonflame because Covert Cloak is being used by Tornadus. And I think Tornadus having it is a little bit more of a benefit than it is for Talonflame. That's just my firm belief right now. We'll bring in Tornadus, Great Tusk, Gyarados. I would bring in Chien-Pao, but I don't know if that's gonna work. Fluttermane. We're gonna bring in Fluttermane because of the fact that he's got she's got Thunderbolt. With the Choice Specs Thunderbolt, it's really gonna hurt. It's not gonna really get boosted. Something that I've also been kind of playing with is maybe changing the Terra on Fluttermane to be something different. Maybe be a little bit more defensive. We have Dodonzo and Tornadus. So we're gonna go ahead and get Taunt ready. Yeah, Taunt ready on the Tornadus to stop them from doing stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead with the Rock Slides with Tornadus. Dodonzo's gonna protect. I'm gonna use Taunt. Do you have Mental Herb? No. No, you don't. Rock Slides. Misses the Dodonzo because he protected. But I'm going to hit the Tornadus for a lot. Now I'm going to Tailwind, and I'm going to go ahead and then use Rock Slide again, which should do a lot of damage. They withdrew Tornadus. Here comes the Tatsugiri, the former Titan. Commander activates. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Activate Tailwind. Here comes the Rock Slide. Doesn't do anything to the Tatsugiri. Will hit the Dodonzo. Does very little, but we get the flinch. And that's all I really care about. Let's see. What do I have? Yeah, I'll swap out to Gyarados. And we'll swap out to Fluttermane. Swap out the Flutter in case of like he does get the KO or whatever. It's gonna suck if he knocks out Fluttermane right off the bat. But at the same time, I need to be able to lower down this dude's defenses somehow. Clear Emulate from Tatsugiri cannot prevent its stats being lowered. Wave Crash goes right into the Fluttermane, and it's gonna knock it out, unfortunately. And the recoil is going to do a little bit. See, like it did a lot, but it was based on the damage that it did. Okay, Great Tusk. We're going to swap you out. I don't really want you for Rock Slide. I mean, that's not going to do anything to it. Yeah, we'll hit it with the Headlong Rush. It's a little bit more damage, not too much, but we're primarily doing it just to paralyze. Here goes Thunder Wave. Paralyze the Dodonzo. Hopefully it won't be able to do a whole lot. Wave Crash. Almost one hit KOs. Great Tusk. And that recoil damage was a lot. That's what I want to see. Look at that. That's the power of the recoil. Waterfall. And that was with a -1 too. -1, they had +1. And they still survived. That's a lot. Tailwind's gone. It's totally fine with it. Let's taunt him. We'll do that. Headlong rush. Boom. Brings him back down to yellow. Lower down my defenses one more stage. We're going to taunt him. No more protects for you. And if you are going to do rest, no. Absolutely not. Couldn't move because it's paralyzed. Leftovers. Waterfall. Headlong rush. Boop. -3. Waterfall. Not very effective. Flinch? Yes, let's go. Let's go. Last headlong rush. I'm gonna swap out Great Tusk after this. Is it gonna be enough to get the KO though? Is it enough? Waterfall. It is not. Just leave him with 1 HP. Are you serious? At least he's flinched. Couldn't move. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Come on, bro. Hey, shook off the top. That's cool. We're gonna do it again. He's gonna protect. There's no way to stop him from that. But it's hopefully it'll be for like next turn or whatever. Like, come on, man. Yeah, there's the protect. He's gonna get a turn to heal. That's okay. Ba-da, ba-da, ba. Okay, taunt. And I'm gonna tailwind. No. No, I'm not. Waterfall and Bleak Wind. Misses the Tatsugiri, and it will also miss the Dodonzo. Are you kidding me? This thing is huge. How can I miss? Waterfall, do a little bit of damage. Order up. Raise its attack. Waterfall and Tailwind. It doesn't go for the protect. Waterfall. Please get the flinch. Nope, order up. Didn't get the flint, or didn't go for the protect. Maybe he thought I was automatically gonna do that. So didn't go for it. Tailwind's up though, so that's good enough for me. And we're gonna go for the rock slides now. Rock slide doesn't hit the Tatsugiri. Will hit the Dodonzo. Isn't enough to get the KO. Here comes the waterfall. No protects on their side. Still drops him down to 1 HP. What? Why? Why? He should not have been. What the fudge? No, it's not funny. In no world does that survive. Come on. How? You've got to. I'm doing the exact damage of freaking leftovers. How is it that I can get him to 1 and to 2 and just still not knock him out, but leftovers gets him right back up to where it does the exact amount of damage? That's so dumb. I'm literally wasting PP at this point. All right, we're out. That should not be a thing. Come on. I'm sorry, but that should have been mine. I did enough damage to put a lot of pressure on that Donzo, and it still lived with 1 HP. Just stop that one. Come on. Yep, we'll continue. How? 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 How now, brown cow? All right, and our last matchup today has Regieleki, Regidraco, ouch, Tornadus, Urshifu, Fluttermane, and Farafrig. Again, ouch. I don't know. They'll probably bring out Regieleki, and then I just have to be really, really careful not to get stuck into the crossfire. Because that crossfire is rough. They will have Tornadus. I'm faster with my Talent Flame, so I'll obviously get the Tailwind off. But I'm worried about the rest of the Pokemon on the team. Ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba da ba ba da ba. Tornadus, Great Tusk, Fluttermane, and Qianpao. We'll leave Gyarados and Talonflame home. We'll leave those 3 or those 2 at home. We'll bring in these 4. God, that last match, it was so good, but I should have had it. I really should have had it. God, that makes me mad. Can't read those. Tornadus and Regieleki. People are bringing in Regieleki. Why? Because it's an automatic counter to freaking Urshifu. Okay. We're not worried about Regieleki. We're just gonna do this because it's probably gonna Terra. So we did the bait. Is it Regieleki? Is it ice? It is Regieleki. And it's normal. Are you extreme speeding me? Please say that you are. That'd be so dope. Scary face. Drop your speed 2 stages. That's harsh. You can get off the Tailwind. That's totally cool, but that... Ugh. A Rock Slide. I made you really, really slow. Regieleki dodges the Rock Slide, and it does Explosion? Oh, that is awesome. Oh, kaboom. Oh. Oh. Ouchies. 3 Pokemon died just now. Ow. That's rough. We'll bring out Qianpao now. They were able to get Tailwind. I was not able to get Tailwind, but that's a really good opener for like a lot of the stuff that they want to do now. So that's really, really cool. Brings out the Fluttermane, and I bring out Qianpao. Okay. So we do have 2 Pokemon here that can do priority moves, mine being Qianpao, his being Urshifu. Aqua Jet will not outspeed Sucker Punch by any means because I am the faster Pokemon. However, they do have Tailwind, which means that they technically will outspeed me. So I'm going to use Terra Flying to Sucker Punch the Fluttermane, and I'm just going to continue on with the Rock Slides because I don't want to swap to a different Pokemon and leave myself open that way. Man, Terra Normal Explosions, that was dope. That was probably like choice banded too. That was a lot of damage to everybody. To everybody. That was so dope. Aqua Jet goes right over to the Great Tusk. Saw that coming. Again, they have Tailwind, so I have to keep that in mind. Sucker Punch right into the Fluttermane. Does not get the KO, but does get pretty close. Moonblast into the Chien-Pao will live. My Fluttermane will now come out. Chien-Pao will now do Sucker Punch. How long does that Tailwind last? 2 more turns. I don't think it's gonna matter. Shadow Ball. Oh no, not Shadow Ball, but Dazzling Gleam. The rest of the field. Aqua Jet over to the Chien-Pao. Gets the knockout. Does not have to worry about it. And here comes the Shadow Ball. It's going to do a lot of damage to Fluttermane. It's going to knock it out. Ooh, boop. And we lost. Man, that was so cool. That was so dope. I'm not mad about that one. Regieleki exploding was pretty dope. It was pretty funny. Like all with the explosions. Alrighty, first match is here. We've got Hisuian Goodra, Regidraco, Cinderace, Basculin Legion, Abomasnow, and Excalibur. Interesting assortment of Pokemon. We will not have anyone really to deal with the Weather War if we have one. Basculin Legion is probably gonna have Switch Sim, but it also does have the ability of going adaptability, so that's really, really interesting. We don't have anyone with a good enough fighting move to deal with Excalibur and Hisuian Goodra, but I do have Great Tusk to do that too. Let's go ahead and do Tornadus to be outspeedy. We'll walk in with Great Tusk as well. Regieleki is going to be really, really helpful here. So I'll bring in Gyarados and Chien-Pao, and I'll leave it at that. With mostly physical attackers, which is really, really helpful now. Chien-Pao is going to be able to really take the game for a lot of Pokemon. So I'm hoping that's the case here. We don't have anything to really worry about on their side for priority. So that's really, really good. We do have to worry about Regidraco though. So they do have Abomasnow and Excalibur first. Snow warning comes up. Ice Shard's gonna be really, really hurtful here. So I'm gonna change. I'm gonna taunt the Abomasnow, and I'm gonna change. Great Tusk to fire, because otherwise that's ×4 ice, and I don't want to get ×4 ice. Well, it's ×2. It's not really Garchomp, but still, it's ×2. Taunt on the Abomasnow. No Aura Veil. Get Rock Slide. Icicle Spirit into the Tornadus. It's just gonna knock it out. That's totally fine. His item must be low to die. Hit 3 times. And Blizzard. Or saw that one coming. Yeah, we'll bring out Chien-Pao. Since we're locked into Rock Slide for Great Tusk, having Chien-Pao out would be really, really helpful. We'll hit Excalibur, and then we will Rock Slide again. We got a Terra. And it is to Excalibur. He goes to Fairy. So it removes his weakness to rock attacks, which is totally fine. Sucker Punch. It's Excalibur for a little bit. Rock Slide. Flinches. Terra Blast. Right to Great Tusk. Not the KO yet. And Abomasnow is flinched and cannot move. Good boy. We'll have to box Caliber again. And I'll do Rock Slides. Sucker Punch. Boop. This should knock it out now. Double KO. Let's go. Baxcalibur, who has been, not Baxcalibur, but Great Tusk, who has been out here since the beginning. Reigning Supreme, acting like a boss. Who's your last two? Goodra. That's Hisuian Goodra. And Basque Legion. Okay. Sucker Punch the Basque Legion, and I'm just going to continue on with my Rock Slides. Now it's not raining, so I don't have to worry about Swift Swim. So we'll see what set they go with this guy. Sucker Punch. Boop. One hit KO on the Basque Legion. And the Rock Slide. Not very effective against the Goodra, but he's flinched and could not move. Ruination next. And then we'll continue on with our Rock Slides. This is why I have Ruination, like in case of Pokemon like that, I could just drop them by half. Body Press. Does not get the KO. The snow is gone. Would it be enough? I don't think it will be enough. We'll give it a try. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. That resistance to Rock Slide is what's really killing it. Shelter's going to come up. Life Dew. Gotcha. Okay. I will swap to Gyarados. Swapping now so that I can swap if Chien Pao goes down for whatever reason, and I'm going to lower his attack by 1 stage. Ruination again. Drops his health by half. I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to Thunder... Oh, actually, I'm going to Taunt. I'll make it so you can't do Life Dew. I'm going to make it so that you have to attack. No more Life Dews for you. Oh, no Acid Armor. Oh, no. Okay, so we're going to do that. And I'm going to Thunder Wave him to drop his speed even more. Battle's canceled. Never mind. All right, next team is up. We've got Tornadus, Chien Pao, Ogerpon, Landorus, Sinistcha, and Fluttermane. Okay, so last time I said that Pokemon that people were hacking. I think that's a bug. I honestly think that it's a bug. This is ranked battles using Regulation D, and these Pokemon are not in Regulation D. Ogerpon nor Sinistcha are part of Regulation D. They're not in the things. I don't know how people are getting them in, but it has to be a bug, because otherwise there'd be no reason. There'd be no way that they can get in. But all right, so we're gonna have to deal with them regardless. Tornadus and Fluttermane, because we're gonna need to outspeed not only Chien Pao, but we need to hit their Fluttermane, which is gonna be incredibly fast as well. Regieleki, actually probably not. We'll bring in Gyarados because they do have some physical attackers. I don't know about Ogerpon. I think he's more of a physical attacker, but Sinistcha is another case there. We'll bring in Chien Pao. I haven't seen any official documents from either Pokemon Home or Pokemon Company saying that they've allowed these Pokemon in, but When I built a team, and I'll show the screenshot here, when I tried building the team, they were not allowed. So it's weird. Fluttermane and Tornadus. Booster energy. And speed was heightened. So that Pokemon's instantly faster. I'm going to scary face him right away. And then... should I? I think Tailwind's going to be really, really important now. Yeah, I'm going to do Tailwind first. Terra Fairy, Thunderbolt, the Tornadus. I have to. They're going to Terra, so we'll probably just trade off here. But I had to Terra because otherwise I run the risk of, one, them getting... ooh, Terra Steel, that's good. I run the risk of getting hit by this Fluttermane, but them doing Tailwind. And I don't want to be outsped. Even if I did Scary Face to the Fluttermane, which is, it's going to drop its speed by 2. But Tailwind would still double that. So it's still going to outspeed me quite a bit. So I would much rather be set up here to where I could use Tailwind, they could use Tailwind. They'll still be ahead, but I take out their Tornadus immediately. Okay, so now I can't use Scary Face, but they're not faster than I am. So Thunderbolt into that Tornadus, and it survives? Terra Blast, Terra Steel into my Fluttermane. Does not knock me out. That's interesting. Bleak Wind, and we will Thunderbolt into the Tornadus. They'll go ahead and do their Tailwind. Now their Fluttermane is going to attack first. Terra Blast goes right into my Fluttermane. Gonna knock it out first. Come on, Bleak Wind, hit. Hit, please. Make it an even trade-off. Bleak Wind hits, and it hits both. Tornadus goes down. Dope. Okay. Chin Pow. I don't know what that is. Tornadus. Gotcha. Intimidate goes off. Switching out Tornadus so that I can maybe outspeed this Fluttermane. And I'm going to protect. Because I know that I can knock out the Tornadus or the Landorus right now with the Ice Spinner, but I want to make sure that I could survive a little bit longer. Bring out the Gyarados to drop the attack one stage. Protect here. They'll protect their Landorus, which is good. So the Fluttermane's only one attacking. Dazzling Gleam, which isn't going to do anything to Chin Pow. How much damage is it going to do to... Yeah, no, Gyarados just took it like a champ. Gyarados don't care. Gyarados looked at that and was like, nah. Thunder Wave, the Fluttermane. And I'm going to go straight to the Sucker Punch. Man, it's gonna outspeed me. Ice Spinner. I'm gonna Ice Spinner. Fluttermane's gonna outspeed me, but it's gonna drop me down to my Sash for Chin Pow. So there's that. Oh, just not doing enough damage. Here comes the Ice Spinner though. right into the Landorus, and it just goes down. Now Thunder Wave over to the Fluttermane. Like, you're too fast. Slow down. Just drop your speed by half, please. Thank you very, very much. And Tailwind is now gone on my side of the field. So it means they got a free turn of Tailwind coming up now. Who's your last? Ogerpon. Gotcha. What typing are you? You got the teal mask on. You're probably grass type then. Thunder Wave to Ogerpon, and I'm gonna protect again with Chien-Pao. Spiky Shield. Good call. I'm gonna protect. Dazzling Gleam. Does nothing to the Chien-Pao. Does a little bit of damage to the Gyarados here. Proc its Citrus Berry. So that's dope. Thunder Wave over to Ogerpon. Now their Tailwind is gone. Okay. Waterfall. I could start hitting the Fluttermane now. Let's do that. And then Ice Spinner into the Ogerpon. They can't Terra, so... Wait, you can Spike a Shield more than once? Well, this is gonna knock out Chien-Pao. Yep, Chien-Pao got hurt. Oh, he didn't get taken down. Okay, that's dope. Still faster, huh? Faster than the Gyarados. Waterfall. Oh, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Whew. Spiky Shield you could use as many times as you want? I thought it just did the same thing as Protect. What is this nonsense? Waterfall and... I mean, I could Taunt. I could Protect and Taunt. Or not Taunt, but Tailwind. That would make me definitely faster. I think the keeping up the pressure is much better though. So we're just gonna Bleak Wind. It's gonna miss the Ogerpon, but hits the Fluttermane. Brings him down to 1 HP. Dazzling Gleam. Not enough to knock out Tornadus. Ivy Cudgel will knock out the Gyarados. Maybe the Protect would have been better. Or at least the Tailwind. Alright, Bleak Wind, let's hope for the best. This could be a double knockout, I'm not 100% sure. Bleak Wind. Misses Fluttermane. Does take down the Ogerpon quite a bit, but the Fluttermane's still standing. Dropping the speed down. Oh, Defiant. Terra Blast. This may or may not do a lot of damage. Yep. The Tailwind was the thing I should have done. The Tailwind. That would have done something different. I would have... But that's okay. Not too bad. Fluttermane was out there almost the entire time, if not the entire time, and it wasn't that bad. Like, we had a chance to win and just didn't do it. All right, next match is up. We've got the Donzo, Tatsugiri, Indeedee, Orthworm, Landorus, and Ursaluna. So we do have the Trick Room setters up and ready to go, but we do have a new contender, the Donzo and Tatsugiri, who, if you guys didn't watch over the weekend, the Barcelona Regionals was up and running. You know, I was watching it. Even though it was really, really late for me, I still watched it. And Tatsugiri to Donzo was all over the place. I love the fact that they're coming back. They're still a problem. And a lot of people are going to try to have to figure out how to deal with them. So it's dope. But for now, it is now my problem. We'll bring in Tornadus. And I kind of want to bring in Regieleki. But if they bring in Orthworm or heck, even Ursaluna or Landorus, I'm just kind of like butt fun. So I am not going to bring in those. Instead, I will start off the match with Gyarados, bring in Chien Pao, and maybe we'll end it with Great Tusk, so that we could hit the Orthworm if we need to. We could hit the Indeedee if we need to. None of the Pokemon I'm bringing in have any type of priority except for Chien Pao, but we can still counter quite a bit. Orthworm with its substitute is probably going to be an issue, especially if they bring in Tatsugiri into Donzo. But it doesn't look like Orthworm is going to be hitting the field, as we have Indeedee and Ursaluna out first. So we do have Trick Room coming up right now as a possibility. Second Surge hits the field, and the second Seed gets activated as well. I'm not sure exactly what Ursaluna is going to be doing. But we'll activate Tailwind, and I'm going to taunt the Indeedee. Earthquakes can't hit. They can still do Facade, but at least I'm going to stop Trick Room from being activated right now. So no Trick Room from you. Taunt is not... Oh, Yawn. Ooh, I like that. We're going to do Yawn battles. That's dope. And no Trick Room after the taunt. And you're now burnt. Still burnt with the Flame Orb, huh? Okay. Okay. We'll do Bleak Wind. And well, I could have prevented the burn if I Thunder Waved him, but I didn't. So that's that. Indeedee's well, no, Indeedee can't use Follow Me. It's taunted. Never mind. Well, I'll hit the Ursaluna now. Withdraw Indeedee so that it can maybe set up the Trick Room. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. Landorus comes out. Drops my attack one stage. That's a shiny one. That's dope. They're going to Terra. It's going to be for the Ursaluna to get rid of its weaknesses. It's a Ghost. It's Ghost. This is a Ghost-like Ursaluna. I like Blood Moon. Blood Moon with the Ghost Terra is going to look dope. Bleak Wind on both does do quite a bit of damage on both Pokemon. Waterfall right after that. Am I going to flinch the Ursaluna? Nope, still Facades. How? Not the KO. But I'm going to proc the Citrus Berry, and then I'm going to go Night Night. Because I didn't switch out for Yawn. But at the time, I didn't need to. I'm sure going to now. Tornado's going to go ahead and use Bleak Wind, switch out, and I kind of want to bring in Great Tusk. Yeah, let's bring in Great Tusk and see what happens. Gyarados is not going to get his official turn of sleep, so that's going to be something that we'll have to keep in the back of our minds, like he needs to sleep first. Bleak Wind hits both, knocks out Landorus, does nothing to the Ursaluna. I shouldn't say nothing, it almost knocked him out, but it didn't, so there's that. Facade over onto Great Tusk, and it doesn't knock him out, but it gets really, really close. The burn, though, knocks him out. That's the only reason why he didn't get knocked out, folks. When you got dot stuff, that takes over. It's so weird that Pokemon is programmed like that. Pokemon will literally end at 1 HP just so that the dot damage can take them out. It's odd. Okay, Orthworm, which is shiny. That's dope. And Indeedee comes right back out after the taunt. Psychic Surge is still up on the thing for 2 more turns. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna close combat. Actually, no. I'm just gonna go ahead and Rock Slide. Because if I could stop Indeedee from using Trick Room, that's dope. Bleak Wind does not hit the Indeedee, but it does hit the Orthworm. Are you gonna use Shed Tail? Orthworm flinch could not move, and neither could Indeedee. Let's go. Tailwind's gone. I think we'll just leave it as it is. We outspeed these two considerably. So we'll just continue on with the Rock Slides and hope for the best. Rock Slide. Boop boop. Drop Indeedee down quite a bit. Bleak Windstorm right after that. Doesn't knock out the Entity, but it does do a lot of damage to the Earthworm as well. Drops that speed. They cannot shed tail now. Coil. Raises attack 1 stage. Defense 1 stage. Accuracy 1 stage. And Entity flinched and couldn't move. And the weirdness disappeared. Okay. I kind of want to taunt. Just to make sure that it doesn't do anything, but it's not going to do anything. There's no way. Instead, I'm just going to Tailwind, and I'm just going to Rock Slide. This is probably going to... Oh, never mind. Battle's canceled. I was going to say, it's probably going to get a double KO. Oh, they only had those 2. Never mind. Let's go. Yeah, that fight was interesting. What was the other Pokemon? Entity swapped out to... Oh, Landorus. That's right. All right, next matchup. Oh, man. Next matchup, we've got Fezandipity. We've got Fire Ogerpon. Chien-Pao, Tornadus, Gastrodon, and Sinistra. Sinistra! This particular matchup, like, it's really, really weird. I think Great Tusk is going to be really, really helpful here. Him and Gyarados both. That Ogerpon is physical. Fezandipity is special. Gastrodon's going to be in here, so maybe Gyarados might not be the best one to bring in. I mean, it's good for a switch in, but it can't be like 1-to-1 to Gastrodon for sure. But I do have to worry about one priority in Tailwind, so I'm going to bring in the Tailwind first. I'm going to side in maybe Great Tusk. Yeah, Great Tusk would be a good one because that's poison. Fezandipity. I mean, like all the new Pokemon except for Ogerpon is poison. Poison X. We'll bring in Chien-Pao and I'm Fluttermane. We'll leave Gyarados at home this time. Chien-Pao is probably not going to be like the best choice to bring in, but I'm bringing them in just so that I can swap in and out of what am I trying to think of? Anyway, I lost my train of thought. I apologize. Fezandipity does not get hit with anything because it's floating in midair with its stuff. Okay, we can taunt the Gastrodon because we are the fastest thing on the field right now. And make it so that it can't do Yawn or Recover. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to go ahead and just start off the fights with the Rock Slide. It's not going to do anything to the Gastrodon, but we could knock the balloon off from Fezandipity. So Taunt goes off, stops Gastrodon from doing its stuff. Air Balloon pops, so now Fezandipity's on the ground. Icy Wind, it's going to do a lot of damage to both of these Pokemon. Speed drop for Great Tusk, and Gastrodon flinched and could not move. And it's got leftovers. We're gonna Scary Face the Fezandipity, I think. Yeah, we're gonna drop its speed by 2. And I'm probably gonna click Rock Slide again. Well, I have to. Fezandipity protects. Scary Face goes into the protect, does nothing. Rock Slide. We'll hit the Gastrodon for very little damage. And Sludge Bomb over to the Tornadus. Does not get the poison. But it's not a bad combo for Gastrodon, if you ask me. Leak Wind. You have Fluttermane, but I have to make this evened out. Tailwind. If Tornadus goes down, the whole strat of having Tornadus come out is going to be useless, and I don't want to use my Terra right now. Withdrew Fezandipity. Bring out Tornadus. Kind of foresaw like the Tailwind coming up, so probably just wanted to swap out so that I can get access to it. If being the keyword. Earth Power over to the Great Tusk. Does not knock it out. Gets really, really close though. So I'm going to be doing very little damage to this Gastrodon, at least up to a certain point. Gastrodon shook off the taunt. Taunt the Tornadus, and I'm going to continue on with the Rock Slides. I don't think Gastrodon has Yawn or Recover. It's used... well, Protect. So it hadn't been able to protect yet, so that's cool. Taunting the Tornadus, do you have Mental Herb? You don't. Cannot use Taunt. Does nothing to the Gastrodon, so he's getting a little bit HP of leftovers, but I'm going to knock out this Tornadus. So now it is 4v3. And Gastrodon protected last turn, so it can't protect this turn, and I can prevent it from protecting next turn if that seems to be the case. They bring in Fez and Dippity again, whose air balloon has been popped. We have Tailwind up now, so we now outspeed everything on the field. I'm just going to go for the mass spread and hope for the best. Fez and Dippity will protect. So Bleak Wind does not do anything to the Pheasant Dippity. Will hit the Gastrodon for quite a bit of damage. Drops its speed. And here comes the Rock Slide. Does nothing to Fez. And will hit the Gastrodon for very little. Oh no, he just dodges the attack. Oh, that's dope. Earth Power. Boop. Okay. Now we can go to maybe second stage of our plan. We'll bring in the Fluttermane. So now it's a tie game. Bleak Wind Storm again. And we will Terra, Dazzling Gleam that side of the field. They have not used a Terra that I'm aware of. No. But Pheasant Dippity may not need to. Gastrodon's going to protect. Dazzling Gleam on my side. Doesn't do anything to the Gastrodon. Is it going to be enough for the Pheasant Dippity though? No, takes it down to half. Bleak Wind Storm misses Gastrodon. Will it hit? It will not. It'll also miss. Icy Wind. Do little damage to Tornadus, but it will drop Fluttermane's speed. And poison it due to Toxic Chain. Healing Gastrodon up a little bit more. By poisoning. And Tailwind's gone. We'll just go for it. I'm stuck using the spread moves for now. They're using Protect really, really well to stop damage on one and to focus on another. Bleak Wind comes up, misses Fez. Will hit the Gastrodon. Drops it considerably. Dazzling Gleam comes up. Misses Fez. Will hit the Gastrodon. Will almost knock it out. Does not, though. Sludge Bomb goes right into the Tornadus. Will knock him out. Gastrodon will now heal. Now I'll bring out Chien Pao. And now it is a 3-2 battle. 2 for me, 3 for them. Sucker Punch to the Pheasant Dippity. He protected last turn, so he's probably going to attack this turn. It's not very effective though. I'll do that instead. And then yeah, Gastrodon is gonna protect. Knows Earth Power. Something else. Gastrodon's protecting. Ice Spinner to the Pheasantipity. Boop. There's the KO. So now it's tied 2-2. However, Fluttermane is on a timer. He's definitely on a timer, but Gastrodon is weaker. So it's kind of like they're on a timer as well. Summons out Ogerpon. This is kind of what I want to try to avoid. Mold Breaker, so now I can attack any Pokemon that it wanted to. Sucker Punch the Gastrodon. And Dazzling Gleam. So they haven't used their Terra. It's probably going to be this thing here to raise its attack one stage, because that's what fire does. Nope, we'll use the Spiky Shield instead. To maybe proc. Oh, Sucker Punch doesn't go. Dazzling Gleam comes up next. Doesn't touch the Ogerpon, but it will hit the Gastrodon, and it will knock it out. Fluttermane goes down to 37 HP. It's slowly dying. Ruination. Yeah, Ruination. Ruination will go first. Fluttermane had its speed lowered. Go for the Spiky Shield again. I don't know if it's a... They're gonna Terra. That's so cool looking. Body Aspect. Ruination. No Spiky Shield popped up. So we're gonna do that. Gonna use Ivy Cudgel. On the Chien Pao. Drops it to 1 because of Sash. Will hold steady. Dazzling Gleam comes after that. Right into that slot. Oh, just not enough. And Fluttermane goes down. Okay. Just us two. We have very little HP left. But I have a priority move. Use Spiky Shield. I use Sucker Punch. It fails. It says communicating. I think they left. The double protect? I gotta check to see if it actually does like lower. Oh my god. Let's see. Sucker Punch again. Communicating. It fails. So it is like protect. But I'm Sucker Punching. They know it's one of us. It's gotta be one of us. Sucker Punch one more time. Come on. Okay. They're like, he's gotta be out of Sucker Punches. I am, actually. I am. I'm out of Sucker Punches. Alright, Spinner. Let's go. Do not get it. 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 Come on. Do not get it. Do not get it. Come on. Give it to me. Give it to me. Just let me get it. Knock him out. He's only got 1 HP left. Come on. Stop communicating. I don't think you have any spiky shields left. I mean, it's probably 10. That's probably like protect. Spiky shield, and it fails. Oh, let's go. Ice spinner for the win. All right, let's look up spiky shield for a second. Okay, spiky shield. To beat Warren. Let's go. Okay. Ooh. Now this Pokemon I'm actually excited to see. Applin. Applin, guys. It's gonna be one of the cool Pokemons. I could promise you that. We've got Applin, Cresselia, Iron Hands, Amoonguss, Hatterene, and Ting-Lu. A very wide assortment of Pokemon here. A lot of Pokemon here that I get to punch in the face. So Applin is going to lower down everyone's evasion on my side of the field. So that's interesting. But it looks like this is a natural Trick Room setup. So I'm going to have to do whatever I can to stop Trick Room from happening. If it's Hatterene that's setting it up, I'm kind of boned, but we'll do our best. So there's that. Okay, so let's start off with... Ooh, who do I start off with? You know what? Let's give the speed team some time here. And Great Tusk for sure. And we'll bring in Fluttermane. We'll keep Chien-Pao and Gyarados in the back, which is probably like a terrible idea, but the majority of their team is special attackers. I don't know what Applin does, but I'm assuming that it's because... I'm assuming that it is special. So Cresselia, Ting-Lu to my Regieleki and Tornadus. This is kind of terrible because Tornadus is going to run through Regieleki like a lot. And there's something I forgot to do with Regieleki. I want to teach it Magnet Rise so that it doesn't get affected by ground type moves. So there's that. Taunt the Cresselia maybe. And then... Do I want to Terra now? Kind of want to Terra now. It's not going to knock out the Ting-Lu by any means. So I'm going to protect instead. Ting-Lu can't hurt Tornadus. I mean, you could use Rock Slide, right? Could use that. May or may not work. They will protect, so it's a good thing I protected too, because I was going to go into that slot if I had to. Taunt into the Cresselia. No Trick Room for you. Unless you have Mental Herb, and then you can use it. You have the herb. Do you have Trick Room? You do have the Trick Room. Okay, so you can use it then. I tried. Twisted the Dimensions. Okay, so we're gonna Scary Face. This is great. Watch this, guys. This is gonna be awesome. Scary Face my own Pokemon, and I'm going to Terra Eyes into that Ting-Lu. You guys are gonna love this. He may not be the slowest Pokemon still, but it's going to be slow. Terra. Just have a little bit more resistance for the Regieleki man right over here. Maybe Gyarados should have been better brought in. Scary Face. Negative speed. Ting-Lu with the Rock Slide. Ooh, super effective on both my Pokemon, and it uses a Calm Mind for Cresselia, raising its special defenses and its special attack one stage. But here comes the Terra Blast. Right to Ting-Lu's face. It did half. Half? It's a little less than half. Regieleki, what are you doing? What is your deal, man? What is your deal, man? Nope, budge. I don't know why I did that. Let's use a debuff and then protect on the Pokemon I'm trying to debuff. Ugh. I mean, it was the Rock Slide that I was predicting that would happen. Does not knock out Tornadus, but it does let Bet you like you live a little bit longer. And +2 now for Cresselia. Let's try this one more time, shall we? Actually, yeah. God dang it. Okay. Yeah, let's go for it. -4 speed. I don't think it's still gonna underspeed Tinglu. But if you're gonna use Trick Room, I am definitely gonna take advantage of it. Drop my speed even further. You Rock Slide knocks out both. I knew it. But there's nothing else I could do for Trick Room. There is nothing else, guys. I tried. And Cresselia's Moonblast. Does not work. Does not work. Trick Room lasts for one more turn. Yeah, Shadow Ball. I'm okay with it. I used my Terra already. Tinglu with his Rock Slide. He's probably Assault Vested too. Man, Reggie like he got shafted with his stuff. So shafted. What's gonna happen here? Thumping Tantrum. Straight to the Flutter Mane. Does half. Moonblast. Straight to the Flutter Mane. Oh, it does not knock it out even with a +2? Wow. Boop. That's a really strong Cresselia, but it also has +2. We did close combat to the Tinglu. It's gonna knock it out. Tinglu fainted. And dimensions now return to normal. Bring out Amoonguss, Rank Master. Close combat. We'll hit the Cresselia. And Shadow Ball the Cresselia. I mean, they've got this. Rage Powder redirects it over to him. Close combat. Bow. -2. Shadow Ball. Boop. Pops the Citrus Berry. But here comes the Trick Room again. Cresselia, strongest Trick Room user in the game. One of them, anyway. You can still do the same thing with Indity and it shuts off priorities, but not being able to be hit by physical attacks is pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Okay, so go for it. Go for it. They've got this one. Taking their sweet time. Fallen Puff. Damaging the Great Tusk a little bit. Moonblast. Knocks out the Flutter Mane. Close combat. Does not KO the Amoonguss, but I mean, you could swap it out for Regenerator. It's gonna struggle here in 2 turns unless they knock him out. Come on, Moonblast. Oh, you should not have gone after the Flutter Mane. You should have just hit Great Tusk first. Fluttermane's locked in the Shadow Ball. And obviously with your +2 special defense, this ain't gonna do nothing. What moves does Cresselia have? I think mine's built and ready to go. Pollen Puff. Moonblast, there you go. That's the one you needed to do. That's special effective. And Grit Tusk goes down. Cresselia. There you go. Whew. 1 on 3. That's rough. And Trick Room, that's even worse. God, I love Trick Room. It's so fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we ended our reign of terror with 21 wins and 39 losses out of 60 fights. 39. Didn't I go like 3-2? Yeah, I didn't realize it was that high. Dang. Still, not too bad. We are in the 35% tile in the ratio, so we just need to do things a little bit better. Obviously, Regieleki wasn't as helpful in the team as I was hoping for, but we did have a little bit of like an opening. So we can give him a try and see what happened, and we now know why. He is definitely way weaker than a lot of than his predecessor is with Regidraco. I'm not sure why they nerfed him. It is what it is. In regards to the rest of the team, I think we've got something. Gyarados seems to help out really well with like the taunt and the thunder wave. Chien-Pao to be able to drop everyone's defenses so they can drop like a lot of Pokemon's like HP, and the fact that we have access to Ruination, which made it so that we could drop like Pokemon with high defense to like literally nothing, which that's the whole point of Cresselia, is she's bulky, and while you get crunch with Chien-Pao, but if you drop Cresselia down to half with Ruination, that's one less attack that you have to worry about. And if you had like someone else that can like do like a super effective move like not Chien-Pao, but Urshifu single strike, that would definitely knock out Cresselia with no problem. It's just that kind of combo that you can kind of set up and it would ruin what your opponent's trying to do. It does go heavily into like having the dark types, but if you can swing it in a way to where once Terra differently, it's not you're not heavily driven to one particular type. So that's cool. Other than that, Tornadus did really well, except my own blunder of scary facing. I think it's a decent strategy, but I don't think it's a good one if you base all of your team on speed, because it's supposed to drop it by half every single time. So yeah, Tornadus was helpful. Gyarados was helpful. Great Tusk was really helpful, and obviously Fluttermane was really good. Who did I not mention? There's someone else. So there's Great Tusk, Fluttermane, Gyarados, Tornadus. Oh, Chien-Pao and Regieleki. I mean, Regieleki didn't hardly do anything. I think I'm gonna do like Spect Rotom to kind of take care of him. But everyone else did really well. So there's that. Still to find out, I think I want a grass Pokemon to replace that final one, and I'm really leaning towards Pokemon like Rillaboom. I think he's really useful. When Ogerpon becomes available, I will probably use him as well. That Ivy Cudgel is really good, and he gets a defense buff, I think, in the Teal Mask, and I believe he also gets access to Grassy Glide. So there's that. Other than that, I think we're okay for the most part. If we were going to do a regional like next weekend, I would probably bring this team X-Nay of Regieleki. I think Rotom's really going to be replacing that slot. But yeah, I think we're good for the most part. Yeah, I think we're good for the most part. So I'll get Rillaboom trained up and we'll try him out tomorrow and see how all that goes. We'll see if we can get Grassy Glide on him as well. I don't know if they'll allow moves in the ladder, but we'll give it a try. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time when we come back to do more Season 10 ranked battles. I'm excited to continue on with the series. And again, do the YouTubey things. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe if you're brand new, and comment down below. I do reply to any and all comments that you guys leave behind, as they do help out the channel and it helps me get in contact with you guys. And hit the notification on the right of the subscribe button to let you know when I post next. You guys will get 2 videos from me today. One's going to be the final chapter of the Teal Mask DLC, and then you'll get this match here. So that's it. That's everything I've got. Have a good one. I'll see you guys tomorrow with more Season 10 ranked battles. Till then, have fun. Stay safe, and I'll see you then. Peace.